Okay. Just first off, I imagine in a lot of ways it was the response you wanted to see from your team. Could you tell right off the bat that you were going to get that tonight?
I thought we were ready to play, much more prepared than Tuesday night. Not surprised by the group being ready to go. I thought we had a good, efficient working practice yesterday. And talked about what we need to do. I think we've played Washington well the last few years, so should be some confidence in the room to be able to do that. So yeah, I was pleased, start to finish. I thought we dug in, played hard. It was a physical game. I thought we were the better team. Took us a while to get where we felt comfortable, obviously, and even then we didn't with 40 seconds to go. But clearly thought we played a very good hockey game today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Matt Porter.
Bruce, first, any update on Brad?
Upper body, obviously didn't return.
Okay, and bleed?
Similar.
Okay. How pleased were you to see Jake DeBrusk's, kind of bounce back after he got that shot on the top line? Didn't really look like he was completely as hard as you might have wanted early on, but I thought he came on.
Yeah, I mean, he got a chance. He's playing with Charlie Coyle every night. He's a pretty good center iceman. So moving up and with Bergie, only he can answer if that sort of energizes him. He should be ready to play no matter what. Start of the game. He seems to have trending that way where he gets going as the game goes along. So obviously we got to get him ready at puck drop. As I've said before with the team as a coach, it's my job to prepare the players. It's their job to prepare themselves. So we got to meet halfway on that. But at the end of the day, he made some good plays in the third period. He used his foot speed tonight to his advantage against a D core that was susceptible at times. They're missing some of their guys as well. So good for him for making some plays in crunch time. That's what we need out of all our players. And like I said, I'm happy for Jake that he came through. Anytime he can help the team win, that's a positive.
Jamie Murphy.
Coach, I asked you about Charlie McAvoy before the game, and just if you can just talk about the way he did rise to the occasion in this game, even scores that goal after he appeared to take a shot or get hurt there towards the end. What'd you think of his performance?
Yeah, both ends, right? I mean, he bared down late, worked hard to keep the puck out of our net. You got to do that in this league. You got to do that against that team. Gets a big goal in the power play, short shifted, came right back out there and then closes the deal. So obviously a guy that rises up. We've seen it over the years here for a young guy, but both ends, right? I mean, he's involved in the penalty kill as well. So solid player, play in any situation, and nice to see him get rewarded offensively, though that always gets noticed more than the defensive stuff. So I was happy for him. It was a good shot. It was a good play. It was a good entry all around, and a nice finish. And under pressure, he executed, right, and that's in the big moments, and he typically does that.
Time for two more. Kevin Dupont.
Bruce, just trying to get an idea of what options you were considering when you're down to 10 forwards there. Why is it DeBrusk? I assume you didn't want to touch the hollow line. What sort of options were you considering when you filled it with Jake?
Yeah, we left Hall alone, and then when Bleed went out early, we're rotating. We moved Foligno over to the left side. Got past us some extra shifts, Smitty, especially early on. We're in the box a lot, so those guys don't kill. So that part works out well in terms of managing ice time. And then, with Bergie and Smitty, it's probably Foligno or Jake. And I chose Jake. I think, when I watch it tomorrow, things happen fast, Kevin. I assume Foligno took a few shifts in that spot, but I kind of managed the four guys with Coyle as the third line. And I think Charlie got left behind a little bit there for a shift or two and tried to work him. And so you just got to be mindful in your rotation. But that was the thinking, to put a left shot over there, give Jake an opportunity to use his speed with a right-hand centerman. Worked out well for us. And we'll see going forward. Obviously, we don't know the severity of Marsh's injury or Bleeds for that matter. So, hopefully it's not, you hate to see, a guy like Marsh go down on such a kind of cheap hit, but that's hockey some nights, and hopefully he bounces back.
And you've got Steen you can draw back in, even though he's on right side.
Yeah, well, that's okay because Foligno is, is a left stick. So, like I said before with Steen, not the end of the world to watch a game, reset. And I imagine he'll be back in there Saturday. We'll figure out the left side, whether we move Nosek to the wing and Lazar into the middle. That's something we'll certainly look at. Right now, I don't know. Let's see how those guys come out of it tomorrow morning, and we'll go from there.
Last question, Scott McLaughlin.
Bruce, you just touched on it there, but what did you think of the hits on both Bleed and Marchand?
Well, the Bleed one, he kind of came into the middle of the ice and saw him at the last minute. Listen, Wilson hits hard. We've seen that. Some clean, others not clean. I didn't mind that hit in terms of, I thought he went for the chest. I thought he kept his elbows down. So from my vantage point, I didn't see anything other than a hard hit that, obviously wish Anton had just caught him coming into his view a few, maybe half a second early so he could protect himself. The Marsh one, I didn't like at all. And I let the officials right there in front of it, didn't call it. The trail official called. I'm not sure why the guy watching it didn't. Hit a guy in the numbers in a vulnerable spot. Seen that from that player in the past too. So I didn't like that one at all. I guess the league may or may not look at it when it comes with Marshy. Sometimes they kind of move on, but in this particular case, seemed like a vulnerable spot against the boards, back high. But at the end of the day, we were able to overcome it. Other guys got an opportunity to step up. And again, an opportunity for DeBrusk to get some extra minutes, and he came through for us. So hopefully Marshy's is okay. Again, tough job for the officials to call those quickly like that. But that one I didn't particularly like. The Wilson one I thought was just a hard hockey hit.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.